Burrell, as you said, makes his first start at 13. You've known him for a long time, haven't you? Can you explain a bit about what you think he's done over the last 12 months to really take this step forward into the England team?
It's probably been the last 24 months, really. You know, as I say, I've known him since he was 15, really, and it was a nice moment to actually tell him face to face he was going to get his first cap, having gone back 10 years together. Yeah, I mean, I think he's moved to Northampton, consistent rugby, grown in confidence. I think physically he's worked hard on his conditioning. He's now a really good, strong athlete. I think everyone at Northampton, from the conditioning staff through to the skills coaches, through to Jim and Dorian and what they've done with him, all deserve credit, really, because it's that's made him.
Has the game gone his way a bit, do you feel? That physicality from centre is, really fits the modern game?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have people who can get you across the game line. You've got people who can stop them getting across the game line, so he definitely does that. But there's more to his game than that. He's got a good kicking game and a good distribution game as well. So, Billy 12 trees isn't small either, so it's a robust midfield partnership.
Is he comfortable playing at 13 outside Billy 12 trees?
Obviously, the starter players, we'd use him perhaps as people would see as a traditional 12 to get across the game line. Billy's a sort of ball player out the back. In phase play, it's probably irrelevant a bit now in the modern game where you've got two centres, basically got two centres who can defend, get you across the game line, but also distribute at the same time. And I'm sure both Billy and Luther can do that.
Two young wingers. First of all, Jonny May with one cap on the wing. What has he done in the last few months as well, and how's he moved on from when you gave him that first Test cap in Argentina?
I think he's played some big games recently and obviously played well. We've always known he's had a point of difference. His pace and he's electric with the ball in hand, and his footwork is outstanding, really. He first came to South Africa with us actually, and played really well in the midweek game there. And then he had a couple of injuries, but as you say, came to Argentina, played well. When Christian Wade got called up to the Lions, I think he had 3 hours notice, and he was exceptional in that second test. And he's followed that form on right the way through this season with Gloucester, and more recently, outstanding try against Perpignan, and played well in the Munster game. So, feel the time's right now to give him his opportunity.
Does he have the X factor and that bit of magic you need sometimes in the wide positions?
Well, he's definitely got pace, and he can definitely beat people. He can score tries out of nothing. So yeah, he's definitely got X factor.
Jack Nowell's a bit of a different winger, making his debut at only 20. A special moment for him, obviously, and his family and everyone surrounded with Exeter Chiefs. What does he offer on the right wing?
He's a different player. I mean, he beats defenders. The highest number of defenders beaten in the Premiership. He's strong. He's powerful. He's quick. He's a great footballer. He obviously played a lot at full-back, so he's very good under the high ball. Positionally good, and brave and courageous. And I think the opportunity is now right for him. His temperament is good. He's been to a World Cup final. He's won a World Cup with England, and he's played in some big games for Exeter. Played against the likes of Toulon, Habana, etc., and was one of the standout players.
Danny Care's the other change in the back line. What's he done to step ahead of Ben Youngs and Lee Dixon at this stage?
I think he took on board the feedback we gave him about his game in October. He was obviously disappointed to miss out initially. He got an opportunity in the second game through injury to Ben. But his form's been exceptional. He's always had that point of difference in terms of beating defenders, creating something out of nothing. But we felt his game management and kicking game needed work, and he's got away and worked on that. He's been exceptional in that regard. So, difficult decision, very, very competitive position, and whichever way I would have gone, I think, it would have been tough on the guy who misses out. It's tough on Ben. He's a great player. I'm sure he'll be back in the same way that Danny Care was this time around. Unchanged
pack. How close is the call between Joe Marlow, Macavroon and Pola? And aside from that, how important is it to have consistency as you try and build a pack that can be one of the best in the world?
Yeah, it was a close call, but equally, I think the modern game dictates that you need two world-class loose heads, and we've got guys who are in the making in that regard. So we trust both of them 100%. Joe, we feel, is the better player to start, and Mako, his impact that he'll come on, I'm sure he will come on early in the second half, will hopefully cause problems for the French. And Tom Youngs is probably in the same category in that regard.